Let's see how to compare the ratios. For comparing the ratios, there are three rules. If two ratios are given, A is to B and C is to D, then three rules we have to apply to compare the ratios. First rule is there, we have to carry out the multiplication of A and D and B and C. If product of A and D is greater than B and C, then A is to B is greater than C is to D. If that product of A and D is less than B into C, then A is to B is smaller than C is to D. If left side product is smaller, left side ratio is smaller. And if both of the products are equal, then both the ratios are equal. Without examples, we cannot understand this. So let's have two examples. Here, first example. See, the numbers are there in the form of surds also. So let's see ratios. Root 5 is to 3 and 3 is to root 7. How to compare them? For that, what is to be done? The product of first term and second term, first term and second term. How it is? This product we have to write. So we'll write here root 5 into root 7. That we have to compare with this product 3 into 3. Okay. So root 5 into root 7, that is root 35, and this is 3 3s are 9. Now 3 3s are 9. 1 is the natural number, 1 is here surd. So we can change both of them into square root form. So here root 35 will write and 9 will write as square root of 81. Now here both of these are square roots and we can compare here the radicands which are there. So here the 35 and 81 if you compare, then you can see here that 35 is smaller, 81 is greater. As 35 is smaller than 81. Left side number is smaller, therefore we can say the left side ratio root 5 is to 3 is smaller and 3 is to root 7 is greater. So we can write the answer there, that is root 5 is to 3 is smaller and 3 is to root 7 is greater. Like that way we can write the comparison between the two ratios. Now see this example. Here also we'll have multiplication of 4 and 8 and 9 and 7. So here 4 8s are 32, 9 7s are 63. Of course 63 is greater here, and therefore here we can say here also 4 is to 9 is smaller than 7 is to 8. So like that way if you solve any different examples, you can be going through any one of the rule. You will get the comparison between these two ratios, whether it is greater than, smaller than or equal. Okay, let's solve some of the examples depending on this comparison of the ratios from practice set 4.2. Let's see the question. Find the following ratios. So here ratio of radius to circumference of the circle is asked. Radius always be denoted by the letter R, and the formula for the circumference we should know, that is 2 pi R. So let's write the ratio. Ratio of radius of a circle to the circumference of a circle. Radius is R, circumference 2 pi R, and if we divide here R, then we'll get here 2 pi in the denominator, in the numerator it is 1. So what is the ratio? 1 is to 2 pi. Then next one we'll see, if the sum of the lengths or measures are given, that also we can write in the form of ratio. The ratio of the diagonal of a square to the side of a square, if the length of the side is 7 centimeter. Now here as the square is there, so when we draw the diagonal, the right angle triangle is formed. The right angle triangle is formed, and the ratio we have to write here, diagonal of a square to the side of a square. The side is 7, and if you go by Pythagoras formula, here Pythagoras theorem in the right angle triangle, then you can find the length of the diagonal. It can be written as root 2 into side. So here that formula will write here root 2 into side upon side, that is side of a square. Then let's substitute the what is side given, 7 centimeter, and here if you divide this 7 1 the 7, 7 1 the 7, we'll get here root 2 in the numerator and 1 in the denominator. That is the ratio is root 2 is to 1. First number here or first term is root 2 and the second is 1. Like that way we can write the ratio from the given measures. Now this is the fourth example given as a word problem. Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. The ratio of angle A and angle B is 5:4. Find the measure of angle B. Now as a rough diagram I have drawn here parallelogram, and if you name that parallelogram ABCD, you will find that angle A and angle B are adjacent angles. They are adjacent angles of the parallelogram, or you can see that the opposite sides of the parallelogram are parallel, therefore they are interior angles also we can say. So here first of all the ratio is given of the two angles. So let's consider the common multiple of the ratio be x. So first sentence always will write let the common multiple of the ratio be x. What is the ratio given? The ratio is given of angle A is to angle B, that is 5:4. Now so here if you multiply this 5 by x and 4 by x, will get angle A is equal to 5x degree and angle B is equal to 4x degree. So here in quadrilateral ABCD, that is parallelogram, angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 because they are adjacent angles and their sum is 180 degree. Substitute the measures of A and B angles 5x degree plus 4x degree, that is 180 degree. Now here if we add here 5x plus 4x 9x, so we get x is equal to 20 degree. What is the question? Find the measure of angle B. So angle B we can find angle B is equal to 4x degree. So let's substitute by x here. So 4 into 20, that is 80 degree. So angle B is equal to 80 degree. If angle A is asked, then we can write here angle A is equal to 5 into 20 degree. Okay, this is the value of x. So 5 into 20, that is 100 degree. So like that way we can find the measures. This is the one example of the word problem. Let's see the next one. Let's see the one more word problem based on ratios. The ratio of present ages of Albert and Salim is 5:9. 5 years hence means 5 years after. Ratio of their ages will be 3:5. Find their present ages. As usual, we'll consider the common multiple of the ratio be x. So as the ratio of ages is 5:9, 5, that is first term, that is Albert's age, the ratio 5:9. So Albert's present age 5x and Salim's present age 9x years. 5 years hence the ratio will be 3:5. So Albert's age to Salim's age, that ratio after 5 years, it will be 5x plus 5 and 9x plus 5, which is equal to 3:5. So this equation will get here, and if we cross multiply and find out the value of x, it will be equal to 5. Let's substitute this. X is equal to 5. We'll get here Albert's age 25 years, Salim's age 45 years. Now here this is the important step here, that is after 5 years Albert's age is 5x plus 5 and Salim's age is 9x plus 5 and the ratio is going to be 3:5. So this equation is it should be very proper. Then only you will be able to find the proper ages of Albert and Salim. Okay, so study these examples from both practice set 4.1 and 4.2 and just make the practice of all these examples.
Let's see the properties of equal ratio or the operations of equal ratio. First one is invertendo. If A is to B and C is to D are to equal ratios, then by invertendo, B is to A is equal to D is to C. Second property is alternando. If A is to B and C is to D are to equal ratio, then by alternando, A is to C is equal to B is to D. Next is componendo. If we add 1 to both the equal ratios, then A plus B upon B is equal to C plus D upon D is called the componendo property. The next one is dividendo. If A is to B and C is to D are two equal ratios, 1 is subtracted from each side, then we get the ratio A minus B is to B is equal to C minus D is to D. This is called dividendo or the subtraction property. The last one is componendo dividendo. If we divide componendo by dividendo property, then we get the property componendo dividendo, by which a plus b upon a minus b is equal to c plus d upon c minus d.